Hmm. Let's see. Let's see. What can we draw today? Um. Hmm. Okay. I hope the light is good and everything because yeah. Maybe maybe like that would be better. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so let's think what we're gonna draw. Um, we have our pencil. Hope the battery is enough. So let's begin. Mm, so we'll start with some perspective. We want this is the torso, and on top of that would have we will have the head as well. It's 3D, so always think that is it's a we're talking about 3D objects here. So and if you don't like, for example, the positioning, that's absolutely fine. We can always change it as long as you know it fits the what you're trying to do. So let's see. Delete the lines which are not really relevant. Make it a bit bigger. So you know, this is just for like the first um, the first sketch, and then you can of course change it and modify it however you prefer. But this is just like initial. You don't need to worry about how big is the head. You can always change it like that on the fly. Just when you make it small, when you make it smaller, it will still look. I'm thinking actually to change the background. So let's see if I can if I select it. So we'll make it a bit lower because, or maybe even like this. I would just not to be so in your face because I think the lighting it's a little weird. Okay, so we made that guy. Of course, his body normally would come a little like in front, so it's not really it's more like that. Delete what you don't like always. Like always. Just delete what doesn't make sense to you, because in the end it needs to make sense to you, you know. Okay, so his eyes are looking this direction, like that, um, and the torso is in that direction, like that. So let's see. Okay, and then for example, this is foreshortened, so it would disappear underneath, something like this. So he's like twisting. He's twisting. He's like going in one direction, and then you have the one leg like this, and also like if something doesn't make sense, always modify it. You still have the absolute power to, you know, design your characters how you want, and the position, the figure part. Always you are the owner. So that would come like this, and one, and the second one like that. And then the hands, you can bring one kind of like that from the shoulder, and then you can correct it, of course, but you just need to place it somehow. And the second one like this, so it's like holding the shoulder like that one, and the second one if it doesn't make sense, the placement, no worries, you can always like change it. Okay, so let's say this guy is okay. Maybe now it makes sense to modify this. I think this is the problem. This is the problem, because I imagined something else and then I changed it in the meantime. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna edit the internal part. So I'll make it like that. And get rid of the garbage. Garbage meaning lines which don't really describe the shape which we're trying to achieve here. And you can say, but why this guy's pelvis is like so big and so thick? But you know, this is, you can always change it. For example, like that. Okay, upper a bit, like this. And now you can if you want, you can even get rid of all this. You know the legs where will be. You know that this guy is, it's in this angle, so you can make it, for example, a little smaller. Maybe this. Okay, and then the legs would come a bit higher, and you need to redesign it a bit. Maybe you'll make them a little foreshortened, so they'll end here. Then you just correct what you don't like. So this leg would come upper, something like this, and this leg would also come upper. So we just bring it up. I don't want to draw it again. And this lower part, I'm thinking actually to get rid of. Always like check to see if it fits. So it's like that. So let's say this one is, it's okay-ish, and then like this. Doesn't really matter for now. And this is 2 from the side, so I'll make it like that, tinier. Because he's kind of in that direction, the tube, yeah, like this, and his hip, something like this. Still, it's huge, you know. So if you find that it's not working for you, it's like way too big, totally okay. Get rid, modify, change, all this, copy, until it makes sense. So now it makes a little more sense, let's say. This is just like the first sketch, so I wouldn't really mind too much. If I want, I can make it a little more dynamic, because right now I just feel that this leg is coming from a weird angle. So And yeah, maybe, you know what, draw it again. It's fine, you can draw it, oops, you can draw it a million times until it makes sense. Because then it's easier to modify as long as you have you know every the geometry placed correctly. Guess. Yeah, well, not perfect, but it's you know, placeholder. Yeah. Okay. So this is one guy, which I will actually, this hand is way too big. It's way too far away. So I will move it a bit like this. Yeah. And in case you don't know where he's looking, like that. Yeah. You can from this side you can make him a man, you can make him a woman, whatever you want. It's just a mannequin. You don't need to make his shoulders until this, you know. You can make it like that, something like this. It's much smaller. This is just like where it would fit if you would have like a if you have like a torso, and where it would fit approximately in combination with okay. Okay, so one guy, we'll just put him here. Yeah, let's just make him a bit smaller. Maybe like this. Yeah, I'll just let him here for now. If something doesn't make sense, you can always like flip it, so it can you'll spot immediately the issues. So okay, so let's do the next guy. So this one I can make, for example, let's see. Okay, can stay with the head, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Okay, the eyes. And then don't forget about the body, the underneath of the torso, the head. You know, the fact that you're drawing it in 3D, it says much more than if you would just draw it in 2D, obviously, because you have the depth now. But also because it points the torso in one direction. So it's much easier to orient this guy. It's much easier to attach to him various you know, elements, like, you know, we know that it's like a guy, so, you know, we'll make him like that, let's say. Lost in thought. And the legs, one leg could be like that, because it's like okay, like he's walking in that direction. It's not a really super interesting pose, because it's quite common actually. But yeah, in case you're out of ideas, like I'm right now, it's good just to have some placeholders for you know, the shoes and everything. So you'll not look for them. So for example, the knees here, I think there's a problem with the knees, and that's okay. That's absolutely fine. For example, his torso is way too big and the legs are too small compared to the whole thing. No issue. No issue. Okay, one. Also, this one is 3D. It's not some weird object, so you can make it also 3D if you want. I don't know. For me, it's like I don't really need it because it's as long as it's okay. But and the second one would come approximately like this until the side, and yeah, like that, or like this. I don't know. Then you can think about corrections and so on. So yeah. Okay. So now you're looking at this guy. You're like, okay, let's try to fix him, because somehow the legs are totally weird. The hands are not good. The placement is not okay. The angle somehow it's weird. Okay, maybe this hand is okay, but that one is not. I think the best is the head and torso, and then it somehow falls apart, especially the legs. This part is something that I wish to change. So one way is to, okay, so we have to decide the hips in what direction they're pointing. So we can, for example, say that, okay, this guy's hips are okay, so they will stay. And the legs, why would they be in this direction? So now, if we want to change this, these legs would be fine in case the box would be a little turned like that. But we don't want to change it. We decided that we don't want to change it. So in this case, what we do is we rethink where the legs would start and in what direction they would go. So in this case, if you want to like walk in that side, you can do like this. You can get rid of these weird angles and rethink the placement. So first you need to look at first half of the leg, if it's okay. If it's okay and it makes sense to you, because you know, let's say that it's positioned correctly, then you can go forward. If not, then you delete things which it's very obvious that you'll have to delete later. And look again, is this guy's leg placed correctly? Somehow he's not. It's not, especially this part, because we don't know exactly why it starts like that, why it goes in this direction. Okay, so then we can just delete it all and we can start again and we can imagine where his legs would be. So first of all, where they will end. So they will end, we'll take like this and like this. So they will end around here. That's one. Especially if he has like legs down, if he has them like this, then it's easy. But we want him a little, you know, in movement. So the knees would be around here somewhere, approximately. This, you don't need to draw it, but it's good to imagine, you know, these things. So one way to do it is just to draw one, okay? Because these are cylinders which enter the pelvis, and if the knee is in front, then you'll see it from underneath, something like this, and the angle will be like that. Because this guy, not to fall, he needs to have the base into something. So it will be not be this leg, because with this one is making the effort to move forward because he has it a bit upper. So this one down would be like that. Okay. And then because he has it like this, then he would you know, have it kind of like that underneath. And then the second one would be like this. Okay, so this is one leg, and the second, because he needs to stay on something, so that's why it's relatively okay to make this leg, at least one leg, to be a little fixed. And then the direction, it can be designed later. One, and the second one, for example, we know that it should be kind of a little up higher, not so down, and this leg should be a little like this. Okay, maybe if you want to make it a little cleaner so you will see it better, you can just delete a bit of this upper part, or you can just delete the whole thing and agree that until here it's okay, and then it goes to hell. So I don't know, if you're not happy with the legs because they look a little weird, you can, what you can do is take him all, flip horizontally, and then you can try again to solve him. So you already see that this is the issue. One of the issues is that the angle is wrong. The angle was wrong of this tube which makes up the leg. So we need to solve it first, and then we can go further with that in mind. Okay, and you can see immediately the issues. Like you can see immediately what's correct and what's not. You know, the oops. I think I stayed too long on the legs, and I know that I said to myself not to waste a lot of time on details, because I'm not drawing details. I just want placement to be correct. And you know, if I see something that is not really looking good, then I'm getting fixed on solving it, which is not really the most effective thing. So yeah, it is what it is. And then the angle is way too wide, so maybe like that would fit. And this one, okay, like this and like this, because then we should connect them like that and like that. And maybe I think this will make more sense. I don't know. It's good that we're actually doing just the mannequin now, so it's not really a lot of lot of commitment. You can always like modify it until it resonates with you. For example, now I see that of course the torso is way too big for the legs, but what I'm more interested about is the placement, if it's correct. So let's see, and if the size, because then the size you can always like change. So yeah, with the legs I'm not happy at all. So if you're not happy, you can always delete it. But I think I'll take a break from him. Okay, I'll just place him here temporary, because then I'll get back to him. But I will just have him here as, you know, how not to. But I think the problem is the pelvis is it's in a weird position, and it shouldn't be so hard actually, but somehow it doesn't click for me right now. But it'll be all fine eventually. Let me just drink some water. Okay. Okay. In this case, you can start with the torso, or you know what? Let's start with the torso this time. So we want let's see what we want. We can, if you want, you can draw the stick man. So you can have the head. You can have you know, staying on a bench. Let's say, yeah. Let's say that we have a bench, something like this, and like this. Not the best bench ever, but yeah. Let's see. We have a bench. Maybe I'll make it a little smaller because we don't want to waste so much space. Yeah, like this, maybe it's good enough. So let's get rid of this head and put the head somewhere else. So we have the bench. Yay. And now let's place the guy. So let's make it like that. Delete the extra lines because we don't need to see them. We just need to know that there is a place to stay. Okay. Not the best bench, but yeah. We do what we can. Okay. Most uncomfortable street bench ever. Okay. So we have the environment. Let's say we have the environment, and we want to place our guy. So one way is like to imagine how he will stay. So I want to have one hand here and one hand there. So let's make him look like he's looking for someone. Okay, this is the head. Place the head. Fine. Then the torso would be approximately like this. Don't think too much about it. You just need to put it there. And the pelvis would look like, obviously that it starts from here, goes underneath, comes like this. How it feels right to you, you know. Okay, and then we have one leg like that. And like that, down. Then you can think about all the details. We just need to place it. So this is one leg, and the second one could be like this. If it if it doesn't make a lot of sense now, it's because I need to make it down instead of up. So it could be like this. Then when you actually delete it, it can it looks better. But right now it's just place the things, and say that you know you did what you could. And now the legs, because this leg would be is weird. This one, for example, is very weird how it was placed. So you can do this and then correct it afterwards. So like that. You can also watch how other people are drawing people standing on benches, but I think it's you don't need to watch it. You know how a person looks staying on a bench. So you know, just draw it, and then correct it afterwards. This is what I do, and it helps me a lot because like I don't need to waste time watching references and so on. You already know if it doesn't click, then it doesn't click. It will not work for anyone. So I think it's better just to focus on what you can do from reality, and if it you recognize it for what it is just by after you draw it, then it's 10 times easier to correct. So okay, so let's say that we have this guy on the bench, so he's watching. Let's say I want to make him watch like this, and the this part would look maybe like this. Then the legs, you change it. So I noticed that they're not really correct, so I'll just get rid of them because I just don't like them, so I don't need to waste time with them. I just need to make them fit. I just need to make them fit what I imagine. So this is one, and it can be down then. Yeah. This is one with okay, like this. And the second can be in the same position, like that. Not to complicate your life with until you like I complicated mine. So and now I just delete the inside like that. Crazy how you can actually draw anything in any angle if you just look and use your like common sense to see what's good and what's not. For example, this leg is not good. That's okay. You know, it's not nothing you do is really a problem because you can always go back and change it 20 million times. You just need to place the things there. That's your job, at least in the beginning, in this phase. And then you can just go and sculpt this guy and then put the other things If this works, then you're 50% done. Then the rest is just details, you know, the how the fingers would look and how they stay from certain angle, and you know how it looks like. And then it's just bullshit, you know. It's not really so important. So let me just take this one as well. Move him there. Okay. Next, let's do something else. What can we do? What can we do? We can do dancing, for example. So it would be, for example, one leg like this, with a knee ending in the knee here, so you don't see. So this would be like that, and then the knee would come like that. So the other side of the leg would be like this. You know, this would be the back, and then come into this kind of situation, you know. So it's from underneath in a way. So this could be like one leg, and where would this leg fit? So it's kind of obvious in the, it would start somewhere like that. It can be from an angle like this. It's from side, so I'm trying to imagine the box, how it would look like. So I think it's better if I imagine it on this side. So it would be like this, yeah. And the second, like that maybe, like that. Yeah, like honestly, don't need to think too much about it. It can be, it's this 3D world that you have to imagine, that needs to be in your head at all times, that you have to actually use, you know, to, it's a very interesting place to be, because you can always switch it, you can always, you know, have total freedom. So for example, this leg I don't like. Why is going down so ugly? It's not really nice. So what I can do is make it like that, and make it really 3D, to look like it's a leg coming, you know, and it's like up. So I'll make it to look like a cylinder, to look like something organic. Yeah, this is what I wanted to say. Something needs to look like something organic, that it would fit together with something else. So it would come like that, and you know, like this maybe. Okay. So there are two individual parts, and both of them, they're 3D. Both are 3D, or at least they need to look like 3D. So this one or this one, it should come like towards you. This part should be like towards you. So maybe it can be even bigger, because it's like towards you, like that. Maybe it's even exaggerated. So to look like that. And finally, so this is just a little bended, then it's a little more, and this one is the most. And the the leg, you know, in like this, because she needs to stay on something. Okay, so this is one. Then is the torso. That's you know, you can make it like that. Let's say that is just bend it a bit. Tick, tick. It doesn't need to be so crazy big, but still it's good to make it in 3D. On the head. Something like this. It doesn't matter if it looks weird. That's okay. You need to experiment with positions of you know. Okay, let's see. Make it like that. Maybe I made too much. But yeah, let's do it again. Or if it's like too weird, you have this crop tool. You can just move it a bit, not too much. Not to be like, for example, this is how I look at it. So this side, it looks something like that in this direction. Sorry, in upward, like that, and this one goes like this. So it's not physically possible to stay like that. You know, it's just weird. So let's try again. So one is like to change this part, which can be easily changed, and we can just delete this, that, make it too big. Okay, and here inside, so to not be too crazy. Okay, so I don't know. It can be like staying on a box or something. Also, the box is 3D, so you know it's a 3D world, and we put our characters into this kind of world. Okay, and then so do the eyes. So watching up somewhere like that. So a little upset for some reason. And the arms can be, okay, let's think about the arms. The arms can be, one can be like this. Okay. One can be like this, and yeah, I wasn't actually thinking too much about it. But one can be, you know, wrapped around the leg. Yeah. Sometimes it makes sense instantly, you know, but other times not so much. But she can be like this, or he can be like this, doesn't matter. And the second one, that would be interesting if it would be like this and like this. Yeah, the arm somehow staying like that. Yeah. I don't know about this, but yeah. And you know, for example, this arm, his left, I don't really like. So I'll get rid of it. It doesn't have to be, you know, always like hanging. It can be free. So it can be like this. Yeah. Get rid of the arrows. We don't need them. And then a little Yeah, relatively okay. You can hold some bag or something. Little tiny folds here. Okay. Okay. Went shopping our person. Yeah, fine. I'm not sure how much battery I have in the pencil. Let me just. Wow, 18%. I think it's maybe enough. Maybe enough to draw one more stuff, one more person, one more creature. Yeah. Here. Let's see. What can we do? From top, if you look at the person from top, like the head, normally would look like a cube, like this. Not really a cube, but something like this. And then, like the face, all the features. So I'm looking straight from the head, from the person. So here are, you know, shoulders, something like this. So from top. These are the shoulders. So the ears, one ear. Second. So normally you would draw something like, you'll not see a lot of features, but you would still see the nose, top of the nose. No, not like this exactly, but I'll show you. So then the back of the head, then the ears. So it's actually a little more pronounced in the back, like this, something like this. I'll just get rid of the cube. But so anyway, the cube is just for placement, and then you can, you know, go wild with the features. But the features would come something like that. So then the top of the head is depending. There are lots of types of ears. Some of them they're bigger, some smaller, some in different angles. What's really important is to put them exactly in the middle of the head. So if this would be like the middle, just, oh wow, the line was horrible. You see, for example, this, if this would be the middle, always should be in the middle of the head. Okay. This. Let's say that we're drawing a bold individual. So forehead would come a little tinier. So this will be like the max. Okay. Then you can have okay, and the neck would come like this. Go to shoulders. We don't need like this. kind of. Then you get this part. I have to draw it because otherwise it's a bit. This is like the forehead, and here would come the eyes from top, but you don't see them because they're underneath the eyebrows and the nose. So it looks like a like a butterfly or a bee or something from top. But you know, then you can like add all kinds of. It's really very uncommon to have this kind of crazy angles. But in case you do, so you can have, for example, like this, and the back. So it's from top again, from top, and it's very foreshortened. So it's, you know, don't mind it. So like this, and then like going down, and maybe, you know, the arms would not even, you'll not even see them. But yeah, so this is like until the elbow, and then the lower part. Okay, and the feet, you know, because you maybe, hopefully this guy doesn't have like a beer belly, so he would have just the feet, which are, imagine if I draw an arrow through his body from left and right, they would be kind of like this, you know, more or less. It looks a bit weird from this angle, but you know, you can imagine the person staying, you know, and waiting in the rain, and the rain is just falling on his head from this angle. That's a bit silly, but yeah. Or like this, you can just make it a bit bigger, the shoes, like some boots or something, to look more. Or you can make, you know, if you're like crazy, you can just make one leg in front of the other. You know, to give a little, not to be so equal in the left and right. And if you want like a backpack from top, also you can add something like this. Okay, it goes across his back and then it goes down, so it's like this, and then one goes like that, and the second one, it goes into the backpack, which you can make, I don't know, zippers and so on. Yeah, the zipper, let's say, you can turn it from left to right. Okay, so this is like an astronaut, to be honest, because the head is way too pronounced, but you know, kind of like this. It's really very uncommon to see someone from this angle. But in case you, I don't know, you want to make some scene from this angle, you know, you're ready to go now. I just wanted to put someone on this side. So okay, we draw this. We draw this. And the face. If we want to like draw the face, just the face, I think it's a bit different in the sense that so no, you can start like that, then front of the face, and then from this side you can just draw the eyes, so you know exactly in what direction he's going. I think it's very important to place something like that. And then the face can take obviously like a million million shapes. But if you want something like easy, so you don't like kill yourself too much, just draw the guy's back of the head. So you'll have it doesn't matter. These lines don't really matter, and the ear doesn't matter, and what it matters is this part which I'm drawing now. This needs to look good. Then the shape and the, because it's really important. Because then the face would just come on top like that. So we got this guy. We don't have to worry too much about the nose. You just need to know that it's there. The placement. You need to know where it finishes and where it begins. So this would be 1, this would be 2, and especially with the face, you don't want to make him too detailed. You just, again, at every level you need to place things. So this, if this is the face, then his side would come like that. So we need to delete this lower part and this back part, because it will not be anymore. You know, his angles are 1, 2, and 3. So his head would just look different from this angle. So it's better to just delete this the whole thing. We just place this guy, and we can imagine how his side of the face would look like. You know, the ear can be here. The ear can be there. This side, sorry, side of the face. You know, his nose also is a little from underneath. So let's do a bit of cleanup. You know, like this would come the nose. So with nostrils in this direction. It's a pity because I made the resolution of this a little weird, and you know, it would come something like this. So if I delete, if you don't know how to make the mouth, you just make a line. So let's say that it didn't make sense until now, the mouth, it's okay, you just make a line where it would be like the core of the mouth. And then the nose, again, if you don't know how to make it, just imagine like you have like a triangle which goes like up like this, and it would come like this, and then you know you have 1 and 2 to like the nostrils. You know, it's just just to give you some placement, yeah, help. And then obviously you'll you know remove these kind of things, but it's good to have. It's good to have. I think it's sometimes it's very helpful. And the nose will not go like that. Of course, it's not like it's kind of silly piggy. And with the face, especially with the face, is very good to switch left right. You will see the issues almost immediately. So, for example, this eye needs to go a bit lower, like this. Or I don't know if it's lower, but you know. When you start correcting these kind of things, a lot of things will start making sense. For example, you know that this is from underneath, and everything you will see here will have to be like from below. So if you don't want to kill yourself with all this stuff, just draw like a part of the underneath of the face, because then you know that it will come something like this, and then come something like that, then come approximately. It doesn't have to be so exact, and the ear can be bigger, smaller, can be in an angle, but if you place a lot of these things correctly, then they will start make sense. The mouth is, for example, it's weird. Like you can see it, you can, it just doesn't make a lot of sense now. But because you always, when you look, you compare like the mouth and the position of that. You don't look at it. You don't look at it alone. You always compare the distances from the mouth, from the ear. That this is how we think about faces. So if you see something that doesn't make sense, then you actually complain about the whole full head, not just about one thing. So let's get what we don't like, leave what we do like. Especially, there are some lines which, okay. So is this neck? I don't know how to. I don't want to draw this kind of lines, but it would look like this, and also the back of the head is not so in that direction. So okay, if it doesn't make sense initially to you, it's totally fine. It takes some time to actually get it right, a little back and forth on the mouth, a little back and forth on the nose. If you make such a small like modification, it can affect the whole drawing. For example, I wanna delete this nose. I just don't like it. It's ugly. But then I have to move also the mouth. I need to delete the mouth because also the mouth is not really pleasant to look at. So you need to look at it. It's like the eyes are okay. Yes, they're okay. Fine. Then let's move underneath. Let's put the nose. So we know where this eye goes. So we can say, okay, we did this side. And if it looks ugly, again, delete until it looks okay. So the face would look something like this. Should look like approximately. Like if we wanna, I don't know, fill the fill the face with something, with a mask. This is how it should look like. Okay. Flip it. Okay. I'll be like, but why you're like killing yourself too much with this guy's nose? You know, like it's not really so important. Be like, yeah, okay, maybe it's not, but if it looks good, then it just makes the whole drawing actually. So you know, I think it worth to put a little effort into some elements of the face of if you want to get it done properly. So you know, you can make like that or like this. Yeah, just delete, delete, and delete, and again delete. For example, now it looks a bit weird. I think it was better the size. Right. The the jaw didn't look very interesting. So now looking at this guy, keep seeing issues. So, but let's just finish him a bit because don't want to waste too much time on him. But also this one is 3D. Yeah. Maybe. For this bald guy. And then the neck. Always. He's a man, so look a bit wider. Okay, so let's put his head somewhere. Where to put him? Oh, too big. Yeah. So, you know, approximately. Okay. So I think I don't have like any more. I think I don't have any more battery in the pencil. So I think I will take a break, and yeah, I will think what to draw next because I need to fill the page with a lot of stuff. So, you know, this is just practice anyway. So see you guys later. Ciao.